Welcome back. Time now is 9:31. Properly functioning kidneys, so something that many of us just might take for granted. And we are so fortunate to have a wonderful kidney transplant team right here in West Michigan at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. And coming up, we'll tell you more about an opportunity to interact with that wonderful staff. But right now, we need to say good morning to Dr. Alejandro Quiroga, who is a section chief for pediatric nephrology, dialysis, and transplant for Spectrum Health. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a lot to say.
It is a mouthful.
And I guess I was talking to you about how you picked this field of study, which I always think is so interesting. If you could explain your reasoning, I think people at home would be fascinated by it.
Sure, thank you. So first, thank you for the opportunity. And so I chose nephrology because I think, there's a field where there's so much things to do for the kids. Mm-hmm. Even in the worst case scenario where you don't want to be there as a parent, you can give a kidney to your child and they can have a normal life. Mm-hmm. I like to say that they can take the trash out, do their chores, they're going to go to college and be productive members of society. Right.
I think it's a great point to make. I guess, explain to people where your kidneys are located and what the actual function of them is.
Sure. So, your kidneys are kind of like in your back. Mm-hmm. Most people have two kidneys. Mm-hmm. And the function of the kidneys is like a filter for the blood. Mm-hmm. There's two main functions. One is water regulation, and the other one is the filtering of all the toxins that we make out of just normal metabolism.
Okay. And what types of different conditions does your team actually deal with?
So we do a lot of congenital conditions, things that are found in prenatal ultrasounds, like malformations, genetic syndromes. We also take care of acquired kidney conditions, acute kidney injury, chronic renal failure, dialysis, transplantation, mm-hmm. All sorts of conditions. Now we're seeing a lot of hypertension in kids. People are not aware that nephrologists, we are the hypertension specialist in kids. Mm-hmm. In adults is the cardiologist.
What types of symptoms might maybe parents look out for when it comes to their child, and maybe they can't quite pinpoint what's wrong with them? What will the kid experience?
It's hard to tell symptoms to look at specific for a kidney condition. Mm-hmm. You just have to have your regular checkups. Sometimes kids could have swelling, mm-hmm. Swelling of the legs. Certain rashes could be associated with certain kidney conditions. The most important thing is for you to follow up with your primary care practitioner.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that you pointed out, there are a lot of options for people, for children especially, that are going through different types of things with their kidneys. So what kinds of treatment options are out there for them?
So sure, as I mentioned, transplant is one of the kidney options, the options for patients with kidney problems. And we have an excellent transplant team with excellent outcomes here. We're going to hit our landmark over 40 transplantations done, which is a large number for kids. Mm-hmm. For hypertension, you have to manage the blood pressure in kids. It's a very important part of the management. There's a lot of diabetes now in kids, and you need to involve the nephrology team to avoid further kidney damage. And the way I like to think about it, there's a lot of things that we can do down the line to avoid damage 30, 40, 50 years from now. Mm-hmm. You have a 10-year-old, you expect this little kid to have a long life.
Right. And you guys have given the public an opportunity to actually interact with you on Facebook coming up. We have some information we can put on the screen for the Facebook chat on March 24th. Who takes part in this chat on Facebook?
So there's going to be my team of doctors. We're going to be sitting behind the screens, and we just want to reach out to the public. Dr. Steinke is going to be there, and Dr. Kai, myself, which are the three nephrologists at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. We're going to be answering your questions. We just want to reach out to the public, and there's no silly questions.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. You're doing great work there at Helen DeVos.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And you can